Okay, sweet boy, I'm not making any promises, but I think I've got this train down pat, all right? So, choo-choo, all aboard, here we go. Okay, let's see here.
Am I interrupting?
Oh, please, the woman who saved my son's life? Not at all. Come in.
How's he doing?
Well, his heart is beating, thanks to you.
You know, I wish I could take the credit, but I told you, you really should be thanking Jake Martin. Because he refused to give up on you. Not even after everyone else would. Including me.
And me. And Zach. Ian has been our little miracle since the day he was born. Of course he would pull through.
Oh, Kendall, you know, he was down for so long. I mean, even I was telling Jake that he needed to call it.
Couldn't we have just waited? Just a few more minutes, a few more seconds before we let the grief swallow us whole.
You know, sometimes it just seems so impossible to believe
But we should have believed. We should have stayed, and we should have trusted that our boy would pull through just like he always does. If we had, Scott, Chandler, and Ian would still have their fathers.
Zach, I understand why you're doing what you're doing. Taking the fall so Kendall won't have to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's pretty clear you're still in love with the woman, and you would do anything to protect her.
Even if that were true, it doesn't mean I'm protecting her now.
You don't draw an X on a man's forehead for the entire world to see and then cop out, shoot him in the back.
I just want him dead. Didn't really care how that happened.
You wanted to look me in the eye, see the fear before you took him out.
Yeah, you're right about that. But we don't always get what we want, do we, Jess?
No, we don't. Look, I have no doubt that you wanted Adam dead, that you wanted to kill him. I have no doubt that you would have gone through with it if Kendall hadn't beaten you to it.
You weren't there.
I was there in the hospital when Ian flatlined.
Oh, I know.
I saw you say goodbye to your son. And I remember thinking, where the hell is Kendall? My guess was halfway to Adam's house. But by the time you got there, it was too late, wasn't it? So you went into damage control mode. You did everything in your power to make yourself look guilty, including shooting at one of my men. You weren't trying to get away. Zach, you probably just fired off around in the air to make all the evidence point to you instead of Kendall.
Sorry for interrupting you. Is that how you're going to spend my tax money? Going over crimes that have already been solved?
Prints all over the smoking gun. Powder burns on your hands. Slam dunk for any DA, right? Until somebody blew your cover. Oh, got your attention now? I'll be right back.
Liza admitted that she was in the house. She has no alibi for the time of the murder, and she has every reason in the world to want you dead. Now, why on earth aren't they dragging her in for questioning?
Apparently she was. But what difference does it make? Slater already confessed.
Well, that doesn't stop Jessie from grilling Kendall.
Kendall? She was in the mansion that night?
Well, after thinking that they had lost Ian, Kendall was scared of what Zach might do.
Well, perhaps if she'd conveyed these facts to the police, my brother might be alive right now.
I know. I know how difficult this is for you today, Adam. I'm sorry.
Stuart was the better part of me. How do you say goodbye to someone like that?
I don't know.
Erica, thank you. I just really need to be alone right now.
Okay. Well, I'll see you at the church.
Oh,
You think he'll remember all of this? These tubes and wires?
Nah. While he's out on the ice making goals for the team.
Huh. Actually, Zach and I had a deal. No hockey for this one. Baseball instead.
Home runs then. Children are resilient, Kendall.
Ian especially.
He only must get much of his strength from his mom. You know, I don't know how you got through all of that. I mean, watching your son just slip away right before your eyes.
Yeah, I could still hear the machines. That awful alarm when his heart stopped beating. And it's not just the sound that sticks in my head. It's that picture of my baby. I mean, I thought he was gone, Angie, and it was like my whole world just disappeared.
Yeah, I know.
And all that was left was this overwhelming ache. That must be what Zach's going through right now.
Well, at least Zach knows Ian's alive.
Zach has lost both his boys, Angie. They're his life. I mean, I don't have to tell you that.
No, you don't.
So how can I expect Zach to move on when I know that I couldn't?
Jesse, I don't understand what Zach is still doing here. I told you that Kendall was the one with the gun.
At the moment, I'm more concerned with you, Liza. Making threats against Adam Chandler?
Jesse, we were just having a conversation, but if you want to build a case about it, you know that I'll have a field day just getting it thrown out.
All right. I have enough to deal with as it is without you adding to the mix. Just stay away from Adam, please.
Gladly. So what else can I do for you?
I need you to sign your statement. The DA won't pursue a case against Kendall unless all the paperwork is in order. Natalia, could you pull a copy of Miss Colby's statement, please?
Sure, right away.
Thank you.
How much does Zach know?
I didn't out you if that's what you're worried about.
Then I'd like to out myself.
I don't think that's a good idea, Liza.
It's not illegal either.
Slater is a bit of a hothead. If he finds out that you identified his wife...
Ex-wife.
Here you go.
Whatever. It won't be pretty. Thank you.
Well, I can handle it. It just has to come from me.
Why?
Because I owe him.
Something you want to tell me?